Hello students, today we will begin with a new chapter in EVS part 1, that is the geography part. The name of the chapter is Motions of the Earth. We'll move to the slide. So first we will learn about rotation. Let's first understand the term rotation. For this, let's try the activity. Take a top, spin it and observe its movement. The top turns around itself. Any object that turns about itself actually turns around a certain imaginary line. Now, what do you mean by an imaginary line? It means that when an object turns around itself, you feel as if it is turning around a particular line or a line which is there and it is turning around itself. Okay, so that there is no line over there, you feel as if there is a line around which the top is moving or any object is moving. We'll move to the next slide. You can try this activity on yourself. You can stand still. Stand still means stand in a place, stretch your arms and try to turn around. Okay? You will feel as if you are turning around a particular spot. You will feel like you're turning around in one place at a particular spot. Let's move to the next slide. The turning of an object around itself is called rotation, and the imaginary line around which it rotates is called its axis of rotation. So, in the diagram that is shown, we can see that there is a line drawn with dotted lines. Okay, so this is the axis of rotation. There is no such line there, but we feel as if the top is moving around this line. So, this is our axis of rotation, and the movement of rotating ourselves around is called rotation. We'll move to the next slide. Now, let's understand the term the Earth's rotation. For this, let's take another activity. Try this. Take a globe like the one in the picture and spin it. Note the line around which it rotates. Now take a plumb line and hold it close to the globe as shown in the picture. Now, what do you mean by a plumb line? A plumb line is an instrument that is used by most of the people who are in construction business. That means who are in the business of constructing buildings to find the level of the wall. Now, what this plumb line is used for? To see the level of the wall is equal or not. Now, if you do not have a plumb line, not to worry, you can use a plumb line of yourself. You can tie an eraser or any other heavy object to a string and use it as a plumb line. Now, when you hold the plumb line, you will see that the plumb line and the Earth's axis are at an angle to each other. They are at an angle, no? Both are not in a straight line. They are at an angle. That is, the Earth's axis is inclined. Now, what do you mean by the word inclined? Inclined means the Earth is slanting or tilted. That is not straight. Tilted means not straight. If you look at the plumb line, it is a straight line. Can you see the plumb line? It's a straight line. Whereas the axis, that is the imaginary line. We already learned what an axis is. Axis is an imaginary line where around which an object moves. So in this case, our Earth is moving around an imaginary line which is called the axis, and this axis of the Earth's rotation is not straight, it's inclined, that is, it's slanting, it is slightly tilted. Tilted means slanting. So the Earth rotates with its axis inclined. Now the line NS in the picture, you can see NS in the picture shows the Earth's axis, that is the Earth's axis. It passes through the center of the Earth. You can see now it's passing through the center of the Earth. Now the points N and S are the poles of the earth. They are called as the poles of the earth. N is the north pole of the earth and S is the south pole of the earth. Let's move to the next slide. Now let's understand the term equator. If a circle were drawn around the surface of the earth in between the north and south poles, now what we learned, what are north and south poles? The two ends of the earth are the north and south poles. So if you draw a line in exactly at the center of these poles, we would divide the earth into two equal parts. So it means that when we draw a line in the middle, it will divide our earth into two equal earth or our globe into two equal parts, and this is called the imaginary line that we draw in the middle of the earth or in the center of the earth. Anything in the middle of the earth or in the center of the earth is called the equator. Okay, we'll move to the next slide. Now when it is drawn, it is dividing the earth into two equal parts, right? It makes the earth into two equal halves. The topmost portion is called the northern hemisphere and the downmost portion is called the southern hemisphere respectively. Let's move to the next slide. Now let's try another activity. Stand a candle in the middle of a table. Draw a big circle around the candle. Place a globe at any point on this circle. Light the candle. See that it is dark in the room. Suppose that the candle is the sun. Observe which part of the globe gets the sunlight and which does not. Now looking at the globe from the direction of the North Pole, turn it anti-clockwise. Now what do you mean by anti-clockwise? It means that we have to move the globe which goes against the direction of our clock, not how the clock moves. Against means opposite. That means opposite in direction of our clock. This is how the earth rotates. That is, it rotates from the west to the east. We'll move to the next slide. Now from the activity we learn that as the earth rotates, its different parts come into the light of the sun, one after the other, and turn away from it also in the same order. So we will notice that as one place comes in front of the sun, it moves away and the next part of the earth comes in front of the light. So that is how each part of the earth gets the sunlight. Let's move to the next. Now let's understand the terms sunset and sunrise. Now continuing with our activity, stick a red bindi on the globe. Now turn the globe anti-clockwise. Notice very carefully when it is sunrise, when it is noon, and when it is sunset at the location of the bindi. After one sunrise, note when the next one occurs at the bindi. You will see that this happens when the earth completes one rotation. That is when it makes one complete turn around itself. It completes one rotation. So we will see that the bindi has come back in its position. That means it has gone through one sunrise, one noon, and one sunset, and again when it turns, the process continues. So this process of on and on, the earth rotates around itself. Now what is the red bindi? Can you see a red point? That goes on rotating. Okay, let's move to the next. This tells us that the period of the time that the earth takes to complete one rotation is called a day. That is when the earth moves one whole round around itself. It is called a day. The day has two parts, just as we can see it in the diagram. Okay, it has two parts, that is the daytime and night time, or simply we can say it as day or night. Now for the purpose of measuring time, we divide the whole day into 24 parts and each of this part is called an hour. That is called 1 hour. So therefore, we have how many hours in a day? We have 24 hours in a day. Now, let's go to your homework. Your homework is you have to find the answers of these questions. The first question is, what is the definition of axis of rotation? The second is a fill in the blanks. A day has two parts, dash and dash, or simply dash and dash. The third one is the imaginary line on the earth is called that dash. That's all for now. We will learn more about this lesson in the next video. Thank you for listening, children. Goodbye. Take care.